What's going on, guys? Back at it again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking Ghost13Abarth. If you haven't followed on Instagram, hit that follow button on there. It's Ghost13Abarth, going ghost, right behind me. But before we actually go into a little cinema shot and a little transformation, I want to take you guys just a couple steps further. Right over here I have safety raised wheels. Now these wheels, I know it looks kind of disgusting behind me, the way how they're stacked, but when I went over to the house to find them, they were thrown on a wooden pile, and he was discarding them. And I've gotten a lot of expensive, great items from friends over the years of being automotive enthusiast and getting more into the car community. So shout out to Safety Ray for those wheels. They are going to serve a very great purpose for what we are going to be doing today. You guys a little bit before. I do get into showing the car and its after look, I want to show you guys a quick unboxing video. Alright, all the way from Italy, Happy got her coilovers in from Italy, and they're for Ghost. Careful, don't cut your hands. What's the name of it? Vogtland. These are Fiat especially made coilovers, so super excited.
It's a box of Tint.
It's wow. Wow. They're so nice, dude. And they're like a maroonish purple type color. I think that's pretty dope. Bruh. I don't think we're gonna go to the museum today. I think we're about to stop and install these, but wow, these are really nice. It's a beautiful color. I think you should definitely get coilover bags so they keep the dust out of the boots and stuff, but they might be a little pricey. So these are nice springs, man. Wow. Alright, so unboxed all of it. It does come with all the, looks like they're okay, not damaged. I like how they put some cardboard right here, so I won't be moving around too much. And then struts, see right there, these are normal struts. Nice little boot. They do have the bump stops for the rear end as well, left and right for the rear, so that way our springs will fit in right. And then these are adjustable springs, so that's pretty cool, something I've never seen before. But definitely catch you guys in another day when we get back to install these on the vehicle. So pretty cool. It looks like there's gonna be two wrenches to get this on. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in another day to get these installed. And definitely we'll see how the car looks when it's lowered and then when it's all the way. We're probably gonna put it to about right here in the middle, just so she can still drive the car without like scratching the hell out of her front end. But the things that I got here, and also an installation on installing this, but that's going to be after our montage. So just a quick drop in, and I'm going to show you guys what's inside the box. So we do have, I know I got a big old bump from the bug bite. So inside the box over here, I do have the white vinyl wrap. Alright, so this is going to be kind of hard to get this unraveled with one hand, but bam, right there you got a nice white strip. It's not curved, so that's the best part about it, because actually I think it is a little bit curved on the bottom, but that's totally fine because it's going to make it look really cool when we put it on there. And it is super thick, so we can actually have a nice performance area. So I'm going to show you guys how to install that, but enjoy the montage clip. And then, yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. If you guys like what you're seeing, of course, smash that subscription button, comment down below. Let me know if you guys need any help installing vinyl wrap or anything else like that. Alright, so that was just a quick overlay of how everything went down. As you can see right now, it is super low. And I'm gonna let everything play out. It won't. It's just breaking because it's super tight. You know, don't be scared. That's what that bar is all about. Oh, you're getting the hang of it, huh?
Yeah. In the video, you're gonna get me doing that, and then my shoe goes.
Oh.
Good.
Just your foot.
It's fine.
Your floppy foot. Careful.
I have a kid with hiccups, my dude. So should we do anything to it? So that's the case. Roaches.
Get the other side too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough cookie. Look at how stripped it is.
So we're never gonna use this goddamn strut ever. Maybe for my mom, but or like if we need a backup strut, you know. Just the washer. You just need the washer and the top hat. Yeah, put that shot on top. And then screw the bolt down. Yeah.
Should be right there.
And you guys can watch the whole entire process of how we lowered this vehicle, and not just a quick little snippet, but shout out to Safety Ray. These Corvette wheels are holding up. I was gonna put the front ones in the front, but that is way too much work, so we got the back ones on there. And my little jack, obviously, it just could not handle. I've had this jack for like 4 or 5 years, but that was yeah, a fun learning. This car is slammed, man. Talk about fitment. There is no gap at all. So I'm glad I did leave it on the bricks. That way I could easily get back underneath with the jacks, jack it up, and take each corner to about maybe 15, and then leave it right there. Maybe take it to a professional shop and get it properly aligned and properly adjusted. But for right now, it's probably going to either go at a 15 or a 10. So we'll take you through that process and stay tuned. Just keep going until that tape, you count it 1 spin when it matches, okay?
2. You're recording, I didn't even know you were recording.
Alright guys, so right underneath, I'm not going to adjust the rears just because it is very hard to, and this is actually my first time doing coilovers. I have done lowering springs before on a GTI, and that was a pain just because the whole entire axle had to be removed from the front end. This one was pretty straightforward. And let me see here. Chingo dongo. Give me 1 second. Alright, clear. Going down.
Coming down.
Nice and slow. Is the front bricked?
I believe so, yes.
We'll find out. Sheesh. Alright, she's on the ground. Well, them. I believe this is a they, them car. That's the way she wants these pronouns. So slide this baby right on out of that culo, and then check out the front. Check out the sides. So the rear is sitting a little bit higher, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to play around with that because it is way too much. I've already been at this car since 7 a.m. and it's now like 2 in the afternoon. And it is blazing out here in Sunnyside, California. You still got a nice finger hurt once kind of gap, you know what I'm saying? Little love action going on over there. So it is at 15. This one's actually a little higher. I think maybe because of the slope. But we'll find out. If anything, like I said, I'm going to take it to probably 714 tires, get it properly adjusted, pay the money, and get it done by professionals. So Ghost13Abarth. And stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys what they're going to do with the tint and everything. And the banner. Alright guys, so my initial response, I guess feedback and reaction to the coilovers. I don't know, where do you guys want to take it as? Coilovers are far, we did everything good. The car is not falling apart, and you know, these coilovers are pretty nice. So coilovers, do I recommend them? Yes and no. If you really want to go for that low stance look and you want to track it, for sure. I think for daily use, I don't recommend it, but we'll find out what Happy feels about it. And we're on to the second part of turning this car into what you guys seen earlier in the video. And yeah, stay tuned. Let's get it. It's not gonna cost $500 to pull everything.
What did this one do? This one just one way, it doesn't show anything.
Alright, so the first thing first, we're going to spray it down with some soapy water. And make sure that the whole area is going to be properly addressed. So we're going to spray, then we're going to clean, then we're going to spray again. So that way the soapy water will be underneath the banner. Now I know you're saying it might just take out the sticky, but once it's done and heated up, all that soap and latex will go right back on the window. Or not latex, but what is it? Vinyl? Question mark? Stickiness? Adhesive, there we go. Alright, so like I said, once you're done wiping off all the dirt and muck, go back in. Now this towel is brand new, but it might have like little fibers left behind. So we're gonna go back in with a regular paper towel and just kind of dry off our surface. So just clean up any contaminants. It's very key important to get to your finger and get right there along the crack in the back. So that's where we're gonna go at cutting. You can see all that dirt, and even right here, just carefully go along the trim. You don't have to go all the way down, but all that dirt, it's very important even when you're tucking corners and you want to have a nice clean install. That's something that I learned by myself, not by YouTubers or anything else. But if you don't clean your crack, of course it's gonna be dirty, right? So you want to make sure you stick your finger right up in there, get along that crack, clean all that dirt out of there. Because if you have a dirty crack, it's not going to sit right. We can't really see with the darkness right now. It is nighttime, but it's a nice shiny reflection. I'm going to go back in one more time with a dryer towel, and I'm going to kind of just go right here on the top and run my finger down that crack, get right up in there. Still has a lot of dirt, so the cleaner the crack, the better the stick. Spray it, lay the banner down, and then we're going to be able to move the banner around right now. I'm actually going to need 2 hands of this, guys, so my camera is going to be put down, but I'm going to catch you guys when we get this put on. Back in it, I show you the end result, but the wetter the better. And we're going to keep it right here. So like I said, there's a lot of soapy water underneath, but it still has a lot of tack, so that's a really good thing. So I'm going to come to the front of the vehicle and show you guys how it looks with that white banner. Sorry about the folds or anything. We're just going to put it on there, get our squeegee out all the water, of course, and then stick our chip flow banner on there. So guys, so we start from the center out. You can see all that water just going out right up to the crack. Center down, get rid of all the little air bubbles, and it is wet, so the vinyl will move with it. And I did spray some soapy water on the vinyl itself so it doesn't scratch it. I'm pushing it right up in the crack, right down, getting rid of all the wrinkles. And as soon as this dries in the sun, especially because in California it's hot right now, it'll look pristine, like professional did it. Because I did mine the same exact way and my banner has never failed me. I've had that thing on there for the car for 2 years now. Just tuck that in so you can see it's sticking on its own. Needs a little help because of its wetness, but right into the corners, since it is wet, just give it a little tug on this so that material gets nice in there. See that? It's like a credit card swipe. And we're going to repeat it on the same side. And like I said, with the corners, they are a little tricky, so what we're going to do is a little tiny slit and then put it on there. But it's really easy how you do this. Alright, let's get to the other side and still that. So if you guys have a little mess up like this, just go in it with your finger and you can pull it right out. And of course, if you have a source and you're doing this in a house where you have electricity, you can always do this with a heat gun. And since this is just basically like a giant sticker, you can go back in and get those crease marks out. That's a whole video for the professionals. But me, I'm an amateur with the less tools, doing this with the resources I have. That's why I make YouTube, showing you guys anything is possible. You just gotta believe in it. I'm gonna pull out our AOT blades over here. In case of any of you wee babus, this blade is exactly like Attack on Science. You break it off, you get a brand new blade. So we're gonna cut it carefully. Not to cut the body of the car, we're gonna cut right here along the window. So I'm gonna get this knife, nice and big, nice and sharp, and we're gonna cut carefully along that trim. Careful not to cut any gaskets because this thing is sharp, so you don't want to go too deep, just the tip. That's our one piece right there. I want to repeat the whole process and I'll show you guys afterwards what it looks like. Alright guys, so just like that, this thing is nice and clean and perfected. I know there's still like little tiny air bubbles and everything, and I'm going to squeegee this out one more time. As you can see right here on the edge, I had to just basically run this along the glass just enough to cut those edges. I know some of it's not totally perfect, but Happy's okay with that. And you can check out these corners right here. They're nice and rounded along with everything. So the way how I did that is basically you just kind of like take your blade when you're installing these things and just basically run it against this glass carefully, not to scratch the body. Because if you go too deep, you're going to scratch the body. If you go too deep here, you're going to scratch the gaskets. Go right along that glass, long, smooth strokes. Exactly how I did it, went along the entire top. So let's go ahead and install the banner on there. 3, 2, 1. Are we lined up? Question mark. Go from the back over that way. Tell me if I'm lined up. This is the middle of it right here. I know it's hard to see, but it's reflected, so right here. And if you want to come close,
Go to your left a little. A little bit more. That seems about right.
I'm going to straighten it out. It's like one of those doctor things where they're like 1, 2. Come over here from the side. What's going on, guys? Bring you in over here. We're just gonna lay this bad boy down right here in the middle. Are you sure it's in the middle? Because I have like a lot of space over here on my arm. Like I have maybe like a head over here. Is there a head over there in space? See how that space is? Just a little bit more.
A little tiny.
Alright, so
Go more to
maybe
this
just
side.
I know this banner I made it over there at House of Decals. They did make it kind of small. I'm a little bit sad about that, but you know what? We're gonna lay it right here, guys. My OCD is gonna kill me, but it's fine. It's thinner on the top, thicker on the bottom. Why's that kazoo like that? And then actually, let me catch you guys with a flash on real quick. So, the moment of truth. Right over here. Let me get that bad boy down. So yes, this is a white sticker. And it's a white banner. And a white car with white wheels. So, playing Captain Obvious. If you guys haven't followed her on Instagram, it's Ghost13Abarth, as in ghosty. So if you shine at a certain angle, you actually see that this isn't a white banner. This is actually a reflective banner, kind of like your license plate. There we go, baby. Ooh. Clean. Hella clean. Bannered up. Hell yeah. That is beautiful. Alright. So I know you guys seen this earlier in the whole entire cinema thing, the montage, but this is kind of just me talking more about it. So brief update, like what you guys need to do is this. Super easy, some soapy water, some paper towels, don't drop them on the floor, a cleaner brand new towel preferably, a squeegee, hopefully one with the felt on there, one of the sharpest X-Acto blades you can find. Now tape would also be very helpful so you can find the center of your car. Luckily I do have this right here, so it's kind of off center, but you know what, this car, she's okay with it being a little imperfected. This car is also, the project car is going to be project for Penny. So yeah, that's it guys. I do believe this is the end of the video as well, so I hope you guys enjoyed that content. And if you skipped all the way to the end, go back and you know, watch the other videos. We did do the tint, well we didn't do it, but a shop did, and had a quick time lapse of that. And then previously before we did the coilovers. So a lot of work, busy week. This actually is not all in one day. I'm in a whole other outfit. But yeah guys, stay tuned for the next video. As always, stay safe and stay chill.